This is Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Ms. Fleming. Ms. Fleming, state your name for the record, please.
Sorry. Ms. Blair.
Teresa Blair on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Ms. Fleming is before the court for a violation of probation hearing. Ms. Fleming had another positive cocaine test on July 1st. That was sent out for complication, which the lab did confirm that it was positive for cocaine. Probation asked the court for a bench warrant, and a no bond warrant was entered. Ms. Fleming was taken into custody when she reported to me last week. When I spoke with her regarding the positive test, she denies that there was anything with cocaine. I don't know if that's where her stance still sits. However, again, I provided the confirmation to the court of the positive test. At this time, probation is asking that the court revoke her probation and sentence her to 93 days in jail, credit for 82 days that she served to date, that she served the balance, waive remaining terms of her probation, accepting the financial obligations, and discharge her from probation without.
Your Honor, I did have a chance to speak with Ms. Fleming. We understand the recommendation. We're asking that you adopt it.
Ms. Fleming, anything you want to say?
Not really. I mean, I stand by what, and I understand your job and I understand everybody's job. So I just want all this to be over with. You know what I mean? I want to move on. So whatever we got to do.
Send to the court. I'll follow the recommendation of probation. I will hereby revoke your probation. I will sentence you to 93 days in jail, credit 82 days served.
Okay, pause right there. This is one of those courtroom moments that sounds quick, but it's actually huge. The defendant basically accepted probation's recommendation, and the judge immediately revoked probation and imposed a jail sentence. Notice how little argument happened. That usually means the defense believes fighting the violation could lead to an even worse outcome.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Powell. State your name for the record, please, sir.
My name is Terrence Eugene Pupal.
Ms. Blair.
Blair on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Powell is before the court for a violation of probation hearing. Mr. Powell is in violation of the court order in that he owes a balance of $815. His last payment to the court was made in August of 2024. He failed to report to probation as directed, failed to complete the NRT program or a comparable program, failed to provide proof of employment. He has new criminal convictions out of the 29th District Court, both of those being open intoxicants in public. So there was alleged use of drinking, which is also a violation. Those date of offenses is August 29th of 25 and June 17th of 2026. He also has a new pending criminal case of curfew park violation out of the 18th District Court. That alleged date of offense is April 17th of 2026. He is on bench warrant status in that case. He also has outstanding bench warrants out of the 8th District Court, 33rd District Court, and the 18th District Court. At this time, probation is asking that the court sentence Mr. Powell to 93 days in jail with credit for 2 days served, that he served the balance, waive remaining terms of his probation, accept the financial obligations, and discharge him without.
Your Honor, I was unable to speak with Mr. Powell prior to today. The contact information we had was not correct. I think Mr. Powell is hearing all of this for the first time right now. I'm not sure what he has to say about it all. I would ask maybe if we could pass it. I could speak with him for a few minutes and see if there's anything we can add. Or if he wants a hearing on it, I don't know.
Do you want a hearing on any of this, sir?
What do you mean by a hearing, sir? Your Honor.
Well, there'd be a hearing as to the violations, alleged violations of probation. There would be a hearing conducted by the court to determine whether or not you violated terms of your probation.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to set up a hearing.
Well, let's do this. I'm looking at, I mean, here's part of the problem. Part of the problem is there's a no alcohol use. There are 2 convictions for alcohol use that are clearly on his record. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remand the defendant at this time. I will stop the proceeding.
Did you catch what the judge just did? Mr. Powell asked for a hearing, but the judge pointed to 2 alcohol-related convictions that were already on the record. In plain English, the court is saying, we may not need a full hearing if the violation is already obvious. That's a tough spot for any defendant. What would you do here? Keep fighting for a hearing or try to negotiate for less jail time?
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Powell, who is approaching the podium. State your name for the record, please, sir.
Terrence Eugene Pupil.
Ms. Perry.
Your Honor, I appreciate the time to speak with Mr. Hugh Powell. We did have a good conversation. He kind of explained to me what has been going on in the past few months. I'd like to start off by saying, of course, Mr. Hugh Powell wants an opportunity to complete his probation, is asking to be released today. I will also say that he did just get out of Wayne County. He was there for 20 something days. Can't remember exactly. So if the court is inclined to sentence him to time, I would ask that the court consider sentencing him to credit for time served, for including that time, or giving him credit for that time. I can reach out to Wayne County and get proof of incarceration if necessary. That's where he was transferred here from. Since this case started, Mr. Pupel lost his biological mom. Since then, he's kind of he's lived a very unstable life, and he's now kind of getting to the place where the pieces are back together. The gentleman that he was here with has given him some stable housing. If he were to be released, he could be released back there. His belongings are all there. He has been homeless on and off since the inception of this case. He recently got this housing. He secured a new job, so he is working construction. He also mentioned to me that his dog is at this house, and he's worried that these folks will take the dog to the pound if he's not released back to that home. We did talk a little bit about these other cases that he's had. The 18th District Court cases were why he was in Wayne County. He was sentenced to time served on those files. As for a couple of the other bench warrants, for example, the 8th District Court bench warrant is Kalamazoo. He believes that is not him. I remember looking this up previously. Actually, I believe it may even have different middle names on the files. The 33rd District Court case, he was scheduled for court that day that he was transferred here, and he missed that hearing because he was in transit. He is also enrolled in online university, studying 3D arts and graphic design. So he's got a few things going for him. I think Mr. Pupel understands that he hasn't shown up for this, but all of these things that have been going on in his life have prevented him from doing so. I mean, the last time I spoke with him, he was ordered to be here in person. He didn't have transportation to get here. And like I said, some of those pieces have been kind of coming together for him. So he is obviously at the mercy of this court and asking for another chance at this time. I know he said he may want to say something as well.
So ahead.
Your Honor, life been kind of like rocky and rough for me, especially ever since I caught this case that I'm in front of you on. If you remember, I was living with my sister at the time, and I had no contact with my sister. I was outside homeless then, and I maintained a job. I was coming in, but I had to move from here, so I ended up losing that job, and I moved in with my big sister. And ever since then, though, cause she got a lot of people living there, I had to leave from over there too. So I kind of been just bouncing around all over the place. Around that time, like when I was in court here, that's when my biological mom had passed. This year, my adoptive mom had passed earlier this Martin Luther King Day. And I know I'm asking for a lot, but I really want another chance at probation. Like I'm about to be living back out here in Ypsilanti, so I shouldn't have no problem getting here. I'm in college, Full Sail University. I'm trying to study 3D arts. I'm kind of failing right now because I was just recently locked up. I'm like failing about like a month worth of schoolwork. I literally just started a job out here. Well, I got the job when I came out here, like when I came out here to get ready to go to court. You know what I'm saying? So here I am in court. I know I got violations. I'm really asking for another chance with this. Like,
Well,
my dog is over there. I'm sorry. Sorry, Your Honor. My dog is at this house. I don't want to lose my dog. When I was on my way to come to court this morning, she said, if you get locked up, I'm gonna take your dog to the pound. So I wrote some numbers down like, hey, can you call these people for me? You know what I'm saying? And they can come pick my dog up. But I'm just not trusting it. I need that dog. Like it's like my support system right now. That's all I really got. I got family, but I'm adopted. You know what I mean? And my mom, she passed away now. So just because she adopted me don't mean that the whole family adopted me. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So but I'm back this way. I'm trying to transition and get back on my feet. Like I really I want to do right in school. I want to get on with my life. I'm just trying to do better.
This is the emotional turning point of the case. Powell talks about homelessness, losing both his biological and adoptive mothers, struggling in college, and even worrying about his dog being taken to the pound. It's the kind of testimony that makes viewers wonder, should probation violations be judged only by the rules, or should the court weigh the chaos happening in someone's life too?
Almost coming up in a couple months for a year. Through all of that, you have done absolutely nothing. I mean, not even stuff that doesn't cost you anything to do, just contact probation. You've done nothing. Absolutely nothing. With the exception of then in 2025 and in 2026, when you should be here, should be trying to do it, you're picking up offenses. And then if that weren't enough, you pick up another offense. I mean, there's not a single thing here that in any way goes to your benefit to say you're going to do the right thing. Nothing. I don't mind giving people chances and things along those lines, but you got to kind of earn a chance to do something.
I'll say something, please.
Go ahead.
All right. So like during them times, I was homeless outside. Like I'm living outside. I'm not trying to give no excuse for it, but my life was just all over the place. Catching a new charge and stuff like that. It's a story behind it, but one of them, the most recent one, that was definitely me. But the other opening talks, that was not. I was with three other people, and there was a bottle sitting on the sidewalk, and they only wrote me a ticket. They ran my name. They was like, "You got a warrant out of Washington." I told them I understand that, but they called up here, guess Washington didn't come pick me up, but then they wrote me a ticket. They ain't write nobody else a ticket that day. And like the curfew ticket, that was me just crossing through the park one day to get to where I was going to. And I guess because it was dark or something like that. I was with people then too, and they only wrote me a ticket. And I don't think none of that what I told you helps me, but I'm back. I'm kind of back getting towards being stable. I would just ask for another chance.
You know, when the officers picked you up and said you had a warrant, that was indeed an opportunity at some point to get yourself down here to contact probation.
Yes.
I sentenced you and you did nothing. That's the bottom line. I hear what you're saying, but you've done nothing.
It don't show that I reported at all. Because I was reporting until my phone was off. But I was reporting up until I ended up losing my phone. Not losing it, but like losing my number and all that. I couldn't pay the bill. I lost a job. I was homeless.
Your Honor, he last reported in August of 2024. Being sentenced in May of
In May of 2024. So you reported for 3 or 4 months, but then you stopped. And the problem is you knew you were supposed to be reporting.
Well, if I'm out here, can I like report in person though? Like, cause that was my thought.
Well, you keep giving excuses and they're not, you didn't do it.
I understand.
Sentence of the court, 93 days. I'm going to send you to 93 days in jail. Give you credit for 2 days. You are to serve the balance. I'll waive any remaining terms except financial obligations. Discharge from probation without improvement. Defendant is remanded. Thank you. You're welcome. Court does call the case of People versus Eric Williams.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Raymond Cook for the people.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Joseph Paul appearing forward on behalf of Mr. Williams. In his absence today, I've kind of discussed it with brother counsel. I don't know why it is that he's not here. He has not missed any other hearings. The business that we have before the court today on a motion hearing and the announcement of an opinion on a motion, I don't know necessarily, for at least for my reasons, that he would be required. I would defer to the court and Mr. and brother counsel as to whether they would allow a waiver of his appearance today for these purposes.
Are the people going to have any objection?
No, Your Honor.
He was here for the hearing, and I guess certainly I think proceeding without the defendant, I think often one has to be cautious.
And Judge, one of the reasons why I think he may not be here is that he was here for that hearing and he was in contact with myself and Mr. Vincent about the motion that had been planned to be filed and argued here today. And then he was told that for our own reasons that we were not filing such a motion. And I just have thought that he might come in and say, well, I thought you said that there wasn't going to be a motion to myself and Mr. Vincent. I would hate to think that our advice was somehow misinterpreted that played into his absence today.
All right. Why don't I do this? I was going to rule today and then issue a written opinion on it, rather than proceeding in some fashion that there might be complaints a little bit later. Why don't I just indicate that going on vacation, that I'll issue a written opinion by August 3rd. And then that's how we can proceed. Okay. I feel more comfortable doing it that way, I think.
Certainly, Judge.
And then I don't know what other dates we have set in this.
I don't believe we have another date set yet.
I agree.
So why don't I do this? I will issue the written opinion August 3rd, 2026. And then, I will set a pretrial for, no. Yeah, what do I do? Then give me the next date after that. I'll set a pretrial then on this for September 2nd, 2026.
Your Honor, on,
You're out.
Mike and I are both conducting a homicide trial together in Third Circuit, beginning
Got
on
it.
31st, if there was another date.
After the second one.
The 16th. What's the
So set for September 16th, 2026. If I grant the motion, in case it may be that I'll cancel that pretrial.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. That's it for us for today. Court stands adjourned. Man,
Appreciate it, everybody.
oh, Holbrook, yeah.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defendant Nicholas Bukovich on behalf of Mr. Holbrook, who is now coached.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, sir. Your name?
Michael Lee Holbrook.
Mr. Blair.
Please declare on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Holbrook is before the court for a violation of probation hearing. Your Honor, Mr. Holbrook is in violation of the terms ordered by this court. First, Mr. Holbrook was sentenced before this court back in March of 2020. He has failed to comply with the court order in that he owes a balance of $2,455. Last payment to the court was in March of 2020, making a $20 payment. Failed to report to probation after March of 2020. Failed to complete inpatient treatment. Failed to drug test as directed. Failed to complete the victim's impact panel. Failed to provide proof of AA meeting attendance. And he has had multiple prior failure to appear. I know that Mr. Holbrook has been arrested on warrants after his failure to appear multiple times. In all of those instances, Your Honor, he has not contacted probation after he's been in custody. He additionally has new criminal convictions and open and toxin a motor vehicle of the passenger. That's out of the 12th District Court with the date of offense of March 7th, 2026. He has 2 retail fraud, 3rd degrees. Those are also out of the 12th District Court. Date of offense in those, one is March 3rd of 26, the other is March 4th of 2026. And he also has a disorderly person, also out of the 12th District Court. That date of offense is January 29th of 2026. Given Mr. Holbrook's failure to comply with the court order and his multiple failure to appears and doing nothing that this court has ordered, probation is asking that Mr. Holbrook be sentenced to 365 days in jail with credit to 43 days that he has served to date, that he served the balance, that he complete the in-jail dog farm program, waiving remaining terms, accept his financial obligations, and discharging him from probation without imprisonment.
All right, before I hear a response, do we know how he now is in custody here?
I do not know that, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, my client would admit to the violations in addressing the recommendation of probation. First, we would request the opportunity for my client to attempt to comply with his probationary terms. He would, if released, he would be residing in a household, would have family support, and would have a job lined up. He also reports to me that he did do 30 days of inpatient treatment at Bear River at the end of 2025, early 2026, around that December, January time period. So he would request the opportunity to comply with his probationary term.
30 days at Bear River. Did he complete the program?
Did you complete the program, sir?
Yeah, I got a certificate.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Wickler.
Yes. He does acknowledge that he has not done anything on his probation yet. Apparently, we've been speaking to him. There may have been some confusion about this being reporting probation. However, obviously, I was not around during that time period. And the alternative, if the court is inclined to impose any form of jail sentence, we would ask for the consideration of an area release once my client completes the in-jail Dawn Farm program. I've always spoke to Agent Peralta about this, and she would have no objections to his area release once he completes that program.
How is it you're back in custody?
Oh,
How'd you get locked up?
I was in Jackson County Jail and I did 60 days there for the retail fraud. And then they picked me up from there, Your Honor.
So you went in on well, you have the 2 retail frauds, so you went in on those
Yes.
retail frauds for 60 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
No, Your Honor.
The court at this time is going to follow the recommendation of probation. I'm going to order 305 days in jail. Credit 43 that you served. I'm going to order that the defendant is to serve the balance. The defendant is ordered to complete the in-jail Dawn Farm program. I will consider his release. I'm making no guarantees upon his completion of that program. I'll waive remaining terms except the financial obligations, discharge the defendant from probation without improvement. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.